boy, some of y'all said GTG. I'm appreciating the wings report. I like it, but I might not want any wings, man. I might want some drumsticks, maybe even some thighs. I told you, we aim to please here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to welcome to the Wing Report. I hope you guys are doing all right. I have two more reports for you, and no, this isn't going to be about the Wendy's chili that happened recently. We will get to that. But I have two videos for you. First by Leen, and the second one by Conway Conman. Just kind of get used to those names. But don't worry, other names will be brought on as this segment, if you will, if this news report goes on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, first one. Wings of Redemption. Last 15 minutes of Call of Duty plus PKA talk from March 26th stream highlights. That's from Leen. Second video. Wings of Redemption rages over being stream sniped and then has a boring stream chat. That's by Conway Conman. That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing particularly special. We'll see what he has to say about PKA, because that's just a reoccurring thing in Wings' life, as well as PKA themselves. They talk about Wings, you know, and his coming and goings. Wings talks about what they say. It's just a normal thing. It's a cycle. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in just a second.
See, that's just unfair how long that flashbang is. So like I'm trying to constantly keep. Look at that. That's Call of Duty S spawns right there. Every person on their team is running SMGs. I'm running the wrong weapon for this map. Alright. We're gonna win this game, but man, I'm just frustrated.
I'll be honest with you. It's good to see Wings playing Call of Duty again. Not just the classics, but I think he played a little bit of 4 the other day. And if you guys have been keeping up with Black Ops 4, they have a new bare bones mode now, where they take out the equipment outside of flashbangs and, you know, grenades and whatnot, even though you only get one set of all that per life. But they took out the specialists and all that stuff. Call of Duty at this point, in my personal opinion, needs to go back to the basics, but we'll talk about that as the broadcast goes along. But it is good to see Wings back at it.
Like right at this point, they're just gonna spawn in this door. Like this is why Call of Duty is a bad game. There's that guy in the door there. Like if I had an easier to use weapon, like this is fish in a barrel all day. Why are you blaming the game, dude? Dude, just get banned. Like people that criticize this, the fact is the game does things badly. And like one of the things that Call of Duty does badly is the spawn system. Ban Baldy, please. Yo, why no Secret Pimp? Because this game is boring. I just don't feel like playing it tonight. Just kind of wanted to chill out. I was kind of lonely. Figured I'd come in and stream a little bit. I don't really want to play with anybody on Call of Duty.
Glad you fucking leave, dude.
Alright, Nick Jacob Myron. Alright, we're gonna remove him. Usually when you're fighting a helicopter, you're gonna wait till you hear the guns shoot off before you bump out to try to kill it. That mean because it shoots in intervals. I'll read that donation in a second. I heard what it said, and I wish the trolling would end too, man, because it's fucking silly. Ban without hope, dude. Hope within. We're not getting people banned here. Like I asked him to be banned earlier. Let's get rid of him.
Hey Wings, watched your videos on YouTube years and years ago and just find your streams. Glad to see you still going good, man. Best of luck to you.
Well, thank you, Randy. Like I said before, my comment in the comment section to a troll comment, like I'm doing better now than I was 9 months ago. And like, so like calling me a failure, I'm trying not to let it discourage me. It's Webby with the M16. Who didn't see that shit coming? And an M16. One more.
The M16 is like the god gun in that game. Come on, Wings. Like the thing is though too, that's kind of weird is watching Wings engage. Like he usually picks off people from a distance and then advances. And I mean, maybe as he's gotten older, he's just, he's kind of tired of doing that, or he's bored with it. But the game hasn't changed, even though you have. You know what I'm saying? People are going to go with what works. And Wings knows this. But I mean, and I applaud him for trying something different, but yet again, the tactics haven't changed too much.
16 death is going to turn into this chatting. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, that's Call of Duty for today. My channel's not even partnered anymore, dude. So like, my chance of me going back on YouTube is 0 to none. I didn't start at 450. I started at 472. That should give you an idea where I'm at weight-wise. I do need better mods, but the fact is I can't mod people because some people will kiss ass and donate until they get modded and then like fuck it up and mess the whole stream up. 472 pounds is the heaviest. I'd rather have a new Ford Raptor than any length of time with a porn star. Like I don't really desire to have sex with porn stars. Like car would last me way longer. Way longer. Do you know how many tons your AC is? B6 Mustang, I have a 4-ton unit. It's one of those days where like I'm already tired of streaming because like I had people joining session to fuck with me, and then like the only game I wanted to play, people are like blocking me from playing. And like I started streaming because I was lonely and I'm gonna be up all night, and like I'm just gonna have to sit here and I'm gonna have to sit here by myself all fucking night. That's just what's gonna end up happening. Cause like people are blocking everywhere, every which way but loose to let me try to have a fun stream. Why am I gonna be up all night? Well, I don't know. I've been having trouble sleeping lately. I just don't know why.
Just play a solo game then. You don't have to play. I understand the interaction, hence the reason why you wanted a multiplayer game. I get that. But just play a solo game for a little while. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to just talk to the stream and play some chess or something, or some checkers or whatever you're into. Do something like that. At the same time, I don't know if you're lonely, if streaming is the best idea. I don't know. I guess it depends on the person.
PK feels the need to trash me every fucking week. It's like I'm over here fucking trying. I'm honestly trying. If you want to know who won the PK weight loss thing, I did. I lost more than every one of them combined. But the whole thing is like I'm over here trying, and like will I make mistakes? Yes. Will I make monetary mistakes? Yes. Anybody that sits in this chat room that's never made a monetary mistake is a liar. That's what they are. E-begging. Alright. Let me ask this. At what point during the stream have I begged for anything? At what point? Let's see. You said you wanted Raptor, indicated you want us to donate for it? Well, no. Somebody asked a question. Would I rather have a night with a porn star or a Ford Raptor? The answer was Ford Raptor. Have I ever been to a strip club one time, didn't like it?
I got banned from chat because I asked if you would ever nail a black chick.
People...
Long-time fan, shame to see I got banned for asking a pretty straight-up question. Your mods seem to have a bad case of the niggers.
Maybe that's why you got banned. Because you're a racist punk.
Hey man, I live in North Myrtle. Can we get Wendy's sometime?
Yeah, if you show up, man, I'll go get Wendy's chili with you. We can go tonight. Show up. Left side tires balding yet? Oh, okay, I see what you're trying to say. That's not how that works. But yeah, no, my tires are good. Do you eat your chili with hot and yummy cheese? I actually haven't been eating chili lately. Like today I had a breakfast burrito from Eggs Up, and I had tear off of a T-bone steak. That's what I've had today. It's none of your business how many calories I eat a day.
PKA, this is you because they are attention seeking and looking for something relevant to.
I don't
Talk
think
about use this money for a Wendy's chili.
I don't think PK does it for attention seeking. I think PK does it because they miss me. Honestly.
Oh, I don't know how we're going to go with that one, but this should be an interesting listen. I definitely don't think it's about relevancy because, to be honest with you, PK is a pretty big thing, to be honest. And also, there are other people they could go after. Like, I don't know if PKA has ever done a podcast on a show, I should say. If they've ever done a show on like a DSP. But if they did, I assume ratings would be just as high, if not higher, than if they were talking about Wings. Just saying.
Like, some people have communication issues, and like you got to understand, like, we were like ride or die way back. Cause like I was on PK 6 years, and like this was 6 years of like sitting in Skype chats, talking, hanging out, meeting each other, that kind of stuff. And like it all just fell apart, mainly from like people driving wedges in between us. Granted, I did some dumb shit. They did some dumb shit. Everybody's done dumb shit left, right, and center. But I think a lot of the resentment comes from them missing me. You don't have to donate to be unbanned. The mods are allowed to unban now, but they have to get together and talk it out in the mod room. No, that's how that works. If a pimp beat me up, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Can we ban Cudzo, please? Can you give a big ups to my main man, Liquid Richard? No, because the dude's a two-faced kind of guy. Would I go back to PK without payments? No. No. Only way I go back full-time on PK is $10,000 in the money. But that's never going to happen. So I'm never going to go back on PK.
Well, how do you know that, though? Like, now keep in mind, though, the $10,000 comes from, I guess, the person who replaced Wings, or whoever it was that they eventually had on there for any period of time. I guess they paid that individual out $10,000, but Wings wasn't paid. And then whatever it is whatever the cut is between those three guys, or it'd be four if Wings came back. So I get that. And I agree that if they don't invite Wings ever back, if they don't ever invite Wings to come back on, they should cut him. I mean, I guess they should. I think they should cut him to 10. They should give him the $10,000 just in good faith, to be honest. If they don't ever let him back on the show again, or if they don't want him back on the show, or if Wings don't want to go back, that's fine. But I do agree to an extent that they should cut him to $10,000, just to clear the space. Now, let me also go out here and say, they don't owe him. They don't have to. They don't have to pay him $10,000, and I'm not even saying that they necessarily owe him. I'm just saying it'd be a good idea to pay him off. But obviously, they're not obligated to do any of that.
Oh, you boy got a tender hit. Why do they owe me $10,000? They don't owe me anything legally. They don't owe me anything. But if I did a lot to grow that show, and they made a lot of money off of me helping to grow that show, and I'm still an intricate part of that show, even if they don't recognize it. And I feel like they should pay me the same thing they paid Lefty. PK would have grown if he got kicked off in the third episode, honestly. No, it wouldn't have. You gotta understand, when PK started, Woody had 38 subscribers, and Kyle had like 2,000. I was the guy who pulled the train for the first 60 to 70 episodes. And they want to keep saying, like, show up to work, which is a lot, because it was a lot to do with, like, we were having a disagreement at the time. Like, for example, I wanted to go to a Flogging Molly concert, and I was in a very, very bad, like, dark state of mind, and I wanted to do something outside.
Yo, it was real random, but I'm going to throw this out here really, really fast for you guys. So, just off the cuff, how do you guys feel about Kobe Bryant ranking himself above Michael Jordan? Because apparently he made a statement, I guess he must have done that last night, I guess, where he ended up making a statement, and Stephen A. Smith had reacted to it. And I haven't actually heard the video yet. I will, though. But I just was curious, just off the cuff, for any of you guys who are basketball fans out there, what do you feel, or how do you feel about Kobe Bryant ranking himself over Michael Jordan? Interesting.
House in the Flogging Molly concert, lined exactly up with PK. So like 3 days ahead of time, they said, I asked if they could switch it and we'll do it like the next day. And they couldn't do it because they had other things to do. And they're like, we just can't switch it. You're going to have to show up. And I'm like, I just won't show up. Do it without me. And they go, you got to show up for work. I'm like, I don't get fucking paid. And people always use this against me. It's like, oh, you didn't show up and shit like that. If I made what they made right now, I would show up to fucking work. I showed up for that thing for 6 years religiously without getting paid for the most part. We got 200 here, 200 there. Look, you know, not to say $200 isn't nothing, but like it's nothing for what they make now. If Kyle goes to jail, I think that's going to be the decline of PK, because Kyle is PK right now. Believe it or not. Like, he is the lifeblood of that. Like, Woody might do the recording and keep like the uploads and shit going and the thumbnails, but like Kyle is the lifeblood of PK right now. And like, even if I went back on PK and it was like me, Merca, and Woody, it'd be great for like a month, like 4 or 5 episodes. But again, like, Kyle's an intricate part of the podcast working. Like, it wouldn't be PK without Kyle. I know this won't happen, but if Kyle did go to jail, I'd actually have like a PK moment of silence and just do without it for like 3 months, and then come back with Merca and maybe another host. Now, Merca's not bad on the show. I mean, you got like, the person they wanted to replace me with was Chiz. Like, and I fought tooth and nail to not get replaced by Chiz. So you guys should thank me for that. This isn't a diamond chain. This is a sterling silver chain. It's about $250. I stutter too much to be an announcer.
Hey Pimp, DSP didn't do his taxes correctly, did you?
Oh, I should have. I mean, like, I haven't filed my taxes yet. I filed for an extension because, like, my accountant is backed up. And I'll do my taxes sometime in, like, May or June, something like that. But I did all my estimates and all that other stuff, so I should be good. I'm gonna try to keep streaming. I just wish I could find like a groove. Like, most people have a game they play. Like, they play Rainbow every time, every day. And I wish I could get in that groove. Because, like, I kind of like tonight's going to be a short stream. And it's like, I don't like doing these short streams. Because I feel like they're not very...
You know what Wings needs, to be honest with you? What Wings needs is a group of people who stream like him. Who can stream around the times that he streams. And they just all stream and game together. That's what he needs. He needs like, excuse me, as I take that stretch. He basically needs like a coalition or a council, if you will, of other streamers who stream, who have somewhat of an open availability, which is extremely difficult and rare, I would guess. Or just a group of people that he can stream with, and if he can, I mean, he has more flexibility than they probably would, so he could actually fit himself into their schedule and do that. And just, so whether they play Call of Duty, Rainbow, Battlefield, whatever the case may be, and then they have their own solo games they can play, they should be able to do that. So this way, no matter what game Wings is streaming, he can either multiplayer with them, or he can play a solo game and still play with, and still have those guys, excuse me, on like on the call, and they can all kind of conversate with each other. I think that's what Wings needs. Does he need to do that every day? No. Hell no, because that show drive you crazy after a while. But every once in a while wouldn't be bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I don't mind. I'll talk to generally anybody when it comes to a podcast type situation. I'll talk to anybody. So with that being said, like, I was on the first couple of the Jackal's Lair podcast. Had a lot of fun with those guys. Those guys are great. And now I did a couple of podcasts in between. As you guys know, I've done like 1 or 2 on this channel. I'm planning on doing one with, and I do one with Agent Proper of the DIA. But that's only like once a month. and whatnot. Just imagine you having to do a podcast every day. That drive you crazy. No matter how much you like the individuals there, doing that every day would be it's a lot. So doing it every couple of weeks or doing it once a month and I really like podcasting with all the individuals that I've had a chance to talk to. They're all great people. It's just they would agree with me. Just doing it every day is something kind of crazy. So, and when I get ready to do this talk show, which actually, speaking of which, of Jackal's Lair, he's putting the finishing touches, and then he's going to actually start his talk show. I'll probably start mine not long after that. I plan to do a call-in segment, which is going to be pretty cool. Probably won't do it every day. It'll probably only be twice a week. It'll probably be only twice a week, because I'd like to do one that's DSP related, and then maybe one that, you know, talks about or comments on Wings, LTG, and whoever else is the subject of the day. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But to do it every day would be that's a lot to deal with. But so it's neither here nor there. And that, and, you know what I'm saying, I don't stay home all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't work from home, so it is what it is on that one. But I think that's what Wings needs, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that would be healthy. That'd be really, really healthy, because he's kind of isolated. Now, he's not like DSP isolated when, you know, in that sense, but he is very isolated. And I think he just needs a group of people that he can stream with a couple of days a week, and I think he would be in a much better place.
I'd much rather have a stream that's longer and people are actually here to have fun and not just ask me the same tired-ass questions. When I say tired-ass questions, I mean like, how much you selling the Mustang for? I'm not selling the Mustang. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to be putting gas in it here soon. My fitness is okay. My legs are kind of give out right now, mainly because of I spent Saturday hand sanding a truck down. And we hand sanded the truck down. We took the bumpers off. We took the grill off. And we started on taking the bed off before we decided to give up and eat pizza. Well, they ate pizza. I had a taco. Can we see Harriet? Yeah. Harriet! Harriet! They want to talk to you.
Huh?
They want to talk to you.
Who?
Those people.
Why?
What do you want to talk to about you? They're writing on the screen right here. What you guys want to say to Harriet? Can you read it?
Yeah, said I like a snack. I'll show you a damn snack.
Don't say anything raunchy now.
Okay, are they playing with me or what? How are you today? I'm doing good. Show your DDs, TDs. Are they really talking to me, Jordy?
Yeah, they're talking to you. Don't you see them saying your name?
The bad boys?
Some of them are bad boys.
What?
I mean, not all of them.
No, Jordy is my cousin. Kiss Jordy on the head. Oh my God.
Is it?
What did I say about fucking?
They say all kinds of shit.
Oh my God, man. Tell them I'm a good girl.
Harriet says she's a good girl.
I will say that. I will say this: Wings' family is pretty funny. To be honest with you, they're pretty funny. They're pretty funny.
Actually, this chair is greased. I don't think I can get it to squeak. Yeah, this chair is greased. It's the other chair I can't grease because it has like a protective plate under it, and I can't figure out how to get it off. Harriet's not really an elderly woman. Caveat, she looks like it, all right? She's actually like 48. But Harriet's lived a rough life. Alright guys, I feel like this is hitting a brick wall. I'm sorry for the hour stream night. We have a ton of fucking donations though. Holy fucking moly. 113 goddamn dollars. You guys are too damn good to me. Wings help me get along with this win streak. Maybe. I'm gonna play Firestorm here. If not tomorrow, the day after. Thanks everybody for coming out to the stream. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. Yeah, I'll catch you guys.
Sleep all goddamn day, every day. Play the same fucking games over and over and over again every day. My day is shit. It's gonna be shit tomorrow. It's just gonna be shit after that. It's just gonna be shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are here with Conway Conman, Wings of Redemption, raging after being stream sniped, and then boring chat stream. See what extras we get out of this one. Here we go.
Hey, Atomic Nutsack. See that's just unfair how long that flashbang is. Look at that. That's Call of Duty S spawns right there. That's one thing that kind of sucks about Call of Duty in general. And like that's the frustrating thing about this game. Like that death I took. You know, you want to say that oh, there's nothing I can do.
Here's the thing though, when you watch a lot of the older Wings videos, 402 Thunder, sorry. Mark J. Well, Mark J doesn't really bitch. It's just whatever. Mark J always kind of took that shit in stride. When you look at a lot of these old timers, with all due respect, and they talk about their games back in the day, all this shit was unfair back then too. And they used to bitch and complain about it all the time. But it was the hot thing out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some of these dudes stayed dedicated to that shit. Even after newer games came out, they still played this. So there's obviously an appeal to Modern Warfare. But he complained about shit that he complained about back in the day. You know what I mean? Now keep in mind, when I saw his videos, they were already been out for a while by that point. But these are some of the exact same complaints. It's the imperfections in a game which is what makes its charm. Just like with people, right? You know, no one's perfect. And it's because of that is what makes them what it's a level of charm. It makes them rather endearing in a lot of ways. And so, I mean, it kind of comes with it. It is what it is. You take it at face value. For all of the skull splitting headaches that will come out of a Call of Duty game, you still enjoy playing it because of the memories that are tied to it. Let me give you an example. Like, I still like playing Modern Warfare, or not Modern Warfare. Well, I fuck with the Modern Warfare games. But I really like playing, like, Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Like, I still love playing those games. And don't get me wrong, I play 3 and 4. Alright. But I still believe firmly, I have to do a video on this, that Black Ops 2 was the last great Call of Duty game. I don't care. I'll argue with anybody on that if I have to. Well, I'll have a discussion with you on it, I guess. I'm not arguing over a game. I might. But but I honestly think that Black Ops 2 was the last great Call of Duty game. It's just full of fucking hackers now. It's been full of hackers for a while, actually. It's been full of hackers for a while. And so it sucks when you get into those lobbies. But it's still fun. It's still fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still have a great time with that shit. It just feels right. Like, the weapons feel right. You know what I'm saying? The maps are still on point. The kill streaks are fucking amazing. Like, I don't know where we went wrong after Black Ops 2. Even Ghost. Oh, God. And I hated Ghost. I hated Ghost the moment the damn game came out. Oh, I hated Ghost the whole damn time. I love Ghost now. Well, yeah, I love Ghost now. I don't love it as much as Black Ops 1 and 2, but I love Ghost and whatnot. It's just the maps are too goddamn big. The kill streaks are garbage. But the weapons are But I still love the game. I still love the game. The game's garbage, but I still love that game. You know what I mean? And so I guess you just kind of find the positives and negatives and all that thing. And all of it. But Wings has been complaining about this shit for years. That's the initial point that I wanted to make. You know what I'm saying? And we all complain about something. But it keeps you coming back and playing it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the nostalgia, whether the good memories you had with it. I still know people on my friends list, not only on Xbox, because Xbox Black Ops 2's reverse is backwards compatible, but on my PS3 And on my 360, there's still motherfuckers that I know who still play Black Ops and Black Ops 2. That's insane. I love them for it, you know what I'm saying? But it's insane that after all these years, people are still playing it. You know what I mean? It's just a feeling, I guess, you have. You know what I'm saying? You can't shake it. I guess they call it the Call of Duty bug, if you will.
Again, like, I want to say that one's less likely than the first one, but like that one death I took earlier, I forgot how I even took that death at this point. And like, you see all these people that use guns like the M16, for example. Like, even with Juggernaut, the M16 is still the best gun in the game. Alright. We're gonna win this game, but man, I'm just frustrated. Like, right at this point, they're just gonna spawn in this door. Like, this is why Call of Duty is a bad game. There's that guy in the door there. Like, if I had an easier to use weapon, like, this is fish in a barrel all day. Why are you blaming the game, dude? Dude, just get banned. Like, people that criticize this, the fact is, the game does things badly. And like, one of the things that Call of Duty does badly is the spawn system. But at the same time, I'm scared to death of snipers, because snipers give me the most deaths. I think snipers and M16s are the vast majority of my deaths. Granted, I died a lot with SMGs last game, but that's the exception, not the rule. Yeah, this game is M16 Sniper City. Like, right here, like, I would actually be dumb as fuck to run anything other than like the G3, the M16, the M4, or like the Boss 14. And I'm gonna go with the M4. Mainly because I feel like my gun skill is better than most of the random.
So, like I said, as I said, despite all the bitching and complaining, he knows what he needs to do. There are counters to just about everything in the game. They always did. The spawn system you can't do shit about unless you're actually abusing it. Then no one says shit about it when they're on the bad end of the spawn system. Everybody cries and complains, as you should. But when you're on the opposite side of it, and you guys are literally just racking up kills, racking up kill streaks and so on, or score streaks, and so on and so forth. No one's bitching then. So, and there are counters to a lot of the shit too. You can easily break tactics. You know what I'm saying? Wings is one of the forerunners for being able to do stuff like that. Not so much anymore, but back in his day though.
There's that I'm gonna run into. Again, like there's just a guy throwing flash grenades. Big ups to the RC picks. Fucking grenade. I want to do good commentary, but at the same time, it's like this game has such frustrating style of play. I always said, if you want to make Call of Duty better, like you really want to make Call of Duty great again, take snipers and area of effect weapons out of the game.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that, because I like to snipe. I don't know how I feel about that. I do feel that there is a level of favoritism towards snipers, but it is what it is, I guess. Area of effect, I don't know. See, that kind of doesn't make Call of Duty anymore, then, to be honest. So I don't know how I feel about that. I have to think about it. But you can't take snipers out though, because what class will you replace them with? Because you have your ARs, you have your submachine guns, you have your light machine guns, you have your shotguns, and then you have your snipers, and then you got pistols, and then you got special weapons. You know what I'm saying? So what do you replace the snipers with? You have to replace them with something. You know what I mean? So, and what do you want to do? You want to go to like marksman rifles and shit? Like, it's damn near a sniper. It doesn't have the guaranteed effectiveness, but you have a better chance of putting multiple people down, though. Your percentages are higher. And like what a sniper, for example, you miss. That's more often than not. That's your ass, Mr. Postman. And even if they don't kill you outright, like Black Ops 2 will teach you this. I should actually record some more Black Ops footage if I remember to do it. I probably won't. But if you in Black Ops, for example, or Black Ops 2, if you miss your opponent, right, and you don't get killed right away, that's fine. But you've given up your spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've given up your position. So you have to move. Now in Black Ops 2, that's not that big of a deal. But if you're someone who's trying to hold a position down, now you got to take all the bullshit. Now you got to take all the bullshit that comes with that. Now you have to hold the position, try to stay alive, and still try to pluck people off. You know what I'm saying? And it can be done, sure, but it's a headache. You know what I'm saying? When you take somebody out, You snipe their ass, let them get mad in the kill cam. You already know there's only 1 of 3 ways they can come at you, and then you pluck them off again and let it rack up. If you miss that shot though, then it opens up a whole new can of worms, as in problems that are going to come from you missing that shot. But that's neither here nor there, I suppose.
I'm doing wonderful, you know. I can't complain. And another grenade death. Let's get it, boys. Catch these grenade deaths like they fucking Happy Meals. Ban Baldy, please. Yo, why no Secret Pimp? Because this game is boring. I just don't feel like playing it tonight. I don't really want to play with anybody on Call of Duty.
Webby, fucking leave, dude.
Alright, Nick Jacob Myron. Alright, we're gonna remove him. Let's go and remove Nick Jacob Myron from my friends list. We're in the pipe. 5 by 5. Alright. I wish the trolling would end too, man, because it's fucking silly. Bitch out on playing Sekiro. I haven't bitched out on it. It's just I didn't want to play it right now. Banned without hope, dude. We're not getting people banned here. Like I asked him to be banned earlier. Like I said before, in the comment section to a troll comment, like I'm doing better now than I was 9 months ago. Like calling me a failure, try not to let it discourage me. Oh crap. M16. It's Webby with the M16. Who didn't see that shit coming? M16 is like a fucking tampon. Every pussy needs one. I'm the #1 person on our team.
Holy shit. Now, as it pertains to Wings being better off now than he was 9 months ago, yeah, I'd say he's probably in a better space, but the trolling is starting to ramp back up again. And I don't know if this is just kind of like a new trend, excuse me, in sending people to Wings' house and trolling him this way, if that's a new tactic or if this is something they've been doing for a while, but it's obviously starting to rev up and he needs to do something about it. So I don't know how, I guess I don't know how well he's doing, because like 9 months ago I was only kind of like peeking in and out on what was going on with Wings. So I mean, obviously he was heavier then, so if maybe that's what he's talking about. But is all the additional stress that you're gaining now, that you're not gaining, but is all the additional stress coming at you worth it compared to you carrying a lot of stress and a lot of weight on you back then? You know what I'm saying? Because like, here, let me put it this way. He's not carrying the physical weight on him anymore, but he's carrying a lot more of the psychological weight and a lot of the mental stress, which in some people's view it's just as much as the physical weight he used to carry. Think about it that way for a minute.
And an M16. One more M16 death is going to turn into this chatting. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, that's Call of Duty for today. My channel's not even partnered anymore, dude. So like, my chance of me going back on YouTube is 0 to none. I didn't start at 450.
But are your videos still monetized though? That's my question.
I started at 472.
Well, is his channel monetized, I should say?
Should give you an idea where I'm at weight-wise. I do need better mods, but the fact is I can't mod people because some people will kiss ass and donate until they get modded and then like fuck it up and mess the whole stream up. 472 pounds is the heaviest. I'd rather have a new Ford Raptor than a length of time with a porn star.
472 pounds? Shit, he wasn't that far off from where Amber Lynn was. Well, where Amber Lynn at? Well, shit, Amber Lynn is what, at 500 plus? So yeah, he wasn't too far from where she's at now. Damn, Wings.
Like I don't really desire to have sex with porn stars. Car would last me way longer. Way longer. By the way, I got my new glasses. I know the trolls love them. I'm not selling my Mustang. It's one of those days where like I'm already tired of streaming because like I had people joining session to fuck with me, and then like the only game I wanted to play, people are like blocking me from playing, and like I started streaming because I was lonely and I'm gonna be up all night. I'm just gonna have to sit here and I'm gonna have to sit here by myself all fucking night. That's just what's gonna end up happening because like people are blocking everywhere, every which way but loose to let me try to have a fun stream. Why am I gonna be up all night? Well, I don't know. I've been having trouble sleeping lately. Go hang out with friends. All my friends have day jobs. I just don't know why PK feels the need to trash me every fucking week. It's like, I'm over here fucking trying. I'm honestly trying. If you want to know who won the PK weight loss thing, I did. I
Now,
lost.
let's talk a little bit about that. So, there was, like, I guess these guys were planning a retreat. So, they were going to, like, go out in the woods for a couple of days or whatever. And, I don't know if Woody was there. I know Kyle was definitely came out to go. Wings was supposed to go. I don't know if Woody and someone else were supposed to go. He ended up flaking out on that. And that would have been good for Wings. Get out in the wilderness for a little while, a lot of hiking, a lot of moving, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of activity. Wings flaked out on that. That was a couple years ago. Or that was a few years ago, I should say. And then when Kyle moved him in for, I don't know, I guess Wings was there for like a month. And then, you know, to try to help him lose all of his weight and everything there. No one can take away from Wings that he's lost weight. The thing is that these guys have gone out of their... And then the weight loss camp that they try to raise the money for, so Wings could go to that. The thing is that, yes, Wings has lost weight. No one can argue against that. The thing that... I don't know if I would say if it justifies why PK keeps shitting on him, but one could see it from their point of view, is that they've been pushing this narrative on him for a long time. And they have gone out of their way and at their own personal expense and comfort to a lot of, you know, to an extent, to try to help him. And he didn't take it serious enough back then. And that right there, and then all the bullshit and everything that came after that. So you can understand why these guys would feel a certain type of way. I can see it. I can understand why these guys would feel a certain type of way. Am I saying that these guys are resentful or anything like that? No, I don't know. I don't know if they are or not. But I could see them feeling a certain type of way. And Wings needs to kind of understand that. You know, these guys went to great lengths to try to help you back in the day. And the fact that you're taking the right strides now is not something for them to shit on you about. At the same time, you have to kind of understand where they're coming from. And I think Wings has a hard time with that. Because like I said, you can't, when you play as hard as you do, and treat people the way you did, especially online, you can't necessarily escape it. You either apologize for it, or you try to make amends, or whatever the case may be. And even then, they still have a right to talk about it if they want to. If they want to keep it alive, then let them. But obviously, you're still watching PKA, so, I mean, yeah, you may not like the trash fest that it is, but take it for what it is and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It only hurts you as much as you allow it to. But you should also understand where they're coming from.
More than every one of them combined. The whole thing is, like, I'm over here trying, and like, will I make mistakes? Yes. Will I make monetary mistakes? Yes. Anybody that sits in this chat room that's never made a monetary mistake is a liar. That's what they are. All I'm doing is e-begging. All right. Let me ask this. At what point during the stream have I begged for anything? Let's see. You said you wanted Raptor, indicated you want us to donate for it? Well, no. Somebody asked a question. Would I rather have a night with a porn star or a Ford Raptor? The answer was Ford Raptor. Have I ever been to a strip club one time, didn't like it? Sounds like I don't know much.
I wish you would have elaborated a little bit on that. But I wish you had elaborated on that. But Wings, the next time that I head to Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta is where I'm actually specifying. I want to meet your old boy out there, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple clubs out there I'll take you to, bro. It'll change your mind about some shit. But I would have... I would have liked to hear him elaborate on what he didn't like about it. Because not all clubs are made the same, Wings. Not all clubs are made the same. I'm not saying to throw all your money on strippers, though. Don't do that.
People...
Long-time fan, shame to see I got banned for asking a pretty straight-up question. Your mods seem to have a bad case of the niggers.
Maybe that's why you got banned. Because you're a racist punk. No, the $300 guy didn't do a chargeback. I don't follow these people in your little troll community. Anybody doing this V6 stuff, you can ban those guys too. Are the left side tires balding yet? Oh, okay, I see what you're trying to say. That's not how that works. But yeah, no, my tires are good. Mustangs can hold 785 pounds. Do you eat your chili with hot and yummy cheese? I actually haven't been eating chili lately. Like today I had a breakfast burrito from Eggs Up, and I had a tear-off of a T-bone steak. That's what I've had today. It's none of your business how many calories I eat a day. I don't think PK does it for attention seeking. I think PK does it because they miss me. Honestly. Like some people have communication issues. You got to understand, like we were like.
Okay. Now, let's try to look at both sides of this coin for a minute. We already talked about it's not an attention thing because there's other targets they can go after if that's the case. Let's talk about the communication situation. I don't know if they've reached out to Wings to come on their show recently. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But I don't know for sure. But what about you, Wings? Like, let's talk about your part of it. Do you not miss those guys? You've been with them guys for years. Do you wish that you could talk to Woody more often? You did come out recently and say that he was like a father figure to you. You obviously hold a lot of respect and a lot of respect to Kyle. And I can't remember the third guy's name. My apologies. But I'm sure you really like that. You at least like that guy's company. So don't you miss them equally as much as they might miss you? You ever thought about reaching out to them and talking to them instead of just watching PKA and then bitching about it the next day? You know, there's two sides of that coin. Excuse me. There's two sides to that coin, and the communication works both ways. And so maybe you could reach out to them and be like, hey, you guys really feel a need to bash me week after week if that's what's going on. Or ask to come on to the show and try to talk it out on the air. It's great drama fuel. Bring a lot of views in. Couldn't hurt. You can walk away with a little bit of money. And if you guys can, come to a resolution, great. If not, take your money and go home.
Like ride or die way back. Cause like I was on PK 6 years, and like this is 6 years of like sitting in Skype chats, talking, hanging out, meeting each other, that kind of stuff. And like it all just fell apart, mainly from like people driving wedges in between us. Granted, I did some dumb shit. They did some dumb shit. Everybody's done dumb shit left, right, and center. But I think a lot of the resentment comes from them missing me. Well, if somebody came to my house and was like a complete asshole, like I'd probably tell them to leave. If a pimp beat me up, no, that's not gonna happen. Like, can we ban cuds though, please? Can you give a big ups to my main man, Liquid Richard? No, because the dude's a two-faced kind of guy. Nothing's really bothering me. Would I go back to PK without payments? No. Only way I go back full-time on PK is $10,000 in the money. But that's never going to happen. So I'm never going to go back on PK.
So basically money and money. Just say, fuck you, pay me. Just say that. It's not like there's any type of moral reason to it. You know what I'm saying? You want your 10K as your buyout, if you will, and you want to be paid on the regular. The thing is, though, isn't that kind of counterintuitive? Because you wouldn't need the 10K. Excuse me. You wouldn't need the 10K if you're going back on to PKA full time, would you? Is that not true? So unless you want some type of monetary compensation for all the time that you haven't been on the show, if that's what the 10 grand's for, fair enough. But they wouldn't need to buy you out with that 10K if you're coming back full time, right? Just throwing that out there.
Your boy got a tender hit. Why do they owe me 10 grand? They don't owe me anything. I did a lot to grow that show, and they made a lot of money off of me helping to grow that show. And I'm still an intricate part of that show, even if they don't recognize it. And I feel like they should pay me the same thing they paid Lefty. Should I throw up my dinner to lose weight? No, don't do that, Bobby. What will end up happening is the stomach acid will eat away your esophagus, and you'll cause yourself long-term damage. Don't go throwing up or purging to lose weight. The best way to lose weight is just to manage your calorie intake and your vitamins. PK would have grown if he got kicked off in the third episode, honestly. No, it wouldn't have. You gotta understand, when PK started, Woody had 38 subscribers, and Kyle had like 2,000. I was the guy who pulled the train for the first 60 to 70 episodes. And they want to keep saying, like, show up to work, which is a lot, because it was a lot to do with, like, we were having a disagreement at the time. Like, for example, I wanted to go to a Flogging Molly concert, and I was in a very, very bad, like, dark state of mind, and I wanted to do something outside the house, and the Flogging Molly concert lined exactly up with PK. So, like, 3 days ahead of time, I asked if they could switch it, and we'll do it, like, the next day. And they couldn't do it because they had other things to do. And they're like, we just can't switch it. You're going to have to show up. And I'm like, I just won't show up. Do it without me. And they go, you got to show up for work. I'm like, I don't get fucking paid. Like, and like, people always use this against me. It's like, oh, you didn't show up and shit like that. If I made what they made right now, I would show up to fucking work. I showed up for that thing for 6 years religiously without getting paid for the most part. We got 200 here, 200 there. Look, not to say $200 isn't nothing, but like it's nothing for what they make now. 3 days.
All right, so let's look at the situation. So when they say he didn't show up, I'm going to make the assumption based off his example that he didn't show up physically. So there was a couple of times that he physically didn't show up because he had shit to do, or he had shit he wanted to do, or he couldn't make it, whatever. Excuse me, which is understandable. Everybody has, something that comes up. Here's my question, though. What if they really mean, well, hey, man, you didn't show up. You didn't show up. It's not him not physically showing up, but him mentally not being there. Almost as if, like, if they feel like they're carrying the conversation for him, or he's not interacting like he normally does. Maybe, like you said, he was in a real dark spot back in those times. What if that's what they actually mean about him not showing up? That he physically or not physically, but he mentally wasn't there on the podcast. He wasn't engaging into the conversation. He wasn't contributing to the show while he was on the show. What about that? That's what I'm really thinking. Because if you miss a couple of shows, man, you miss a couple of shows. No big deal. It is what it is. Shit happens. But I'm wondering if it's more of a mental thing. And that's what they really meant about him not showing up. Now, I don't know either which way. That's what I'm just asking. But I thought it'd be an interesting point of conversation. And another thing, excuse me, which also is disheartening in some ways, but don't get me wrong, everybody, your time is precious. So if you can be in a situation where you can be compensated, then I get it. But Wings saying that, oh, if I was making what those guys are making now, hell yeah, I'd show up. Well, yeah, but then you're not actually showing up for the show. Or you're not showing up for them, you're just showing up for the money. Whereas beforehand, you showed up you were there on that show religiously for 6 years for the love of it. You know what I'm saying? Money has a way of fucking things up. And money does change a situation. And miscommunication leads to complication. Shouts out to Lauren Hill. So I think that's something that should be, at least for me, that's something that I would express, and that's a question that I have. Not sure if I'll ever get an answer for it, but still, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Plenty of time in advance when you do a show every 7 days. That's over half a week in advance. You gotta understand, every 7 days there was a show we had to do. There's 3, possibly 4 shows with Woody or Kyle are not even on it. If Kyle goes to jail, I think that's going to be the decline of PK. Because Kyle is PK right now. He is the lifeblood of that. Woody might do
That's going to suck too if Kyle does go to jail. I hope he don't. I mean, I think they said he took a plea deal or something. I think they had something. They had like the whole thing of it on Reddit. But hopefully he doesn't go to jail, man. That would suck for sure. I don't know how the show's gonna suffer. I couldn't really tell you, but that would suck if he ended up going to jail.
Recording and keep like the uploads and shit going and the thumbnails, but like Kyle is the lifeblood of PK right now. And like even if I went back on PK and it was like me, Merca, and Woody, it'd be great for like a month, like 4 or 5 episodes. But again, like Kyle's an intricate part of the podcast working. It wouldn't be PK without Kyle. I know this won't happen, but if Kyle did go to jail, I'd actually have like a PK moment of silence, do without it for like 3 months, and then come back with Merca and maybe another host. The person they wanted to replace me with was Chiz. Like, and I fought.
I don't know if they can do that because they got sponsorship though on that show, don't they? So they would still have to meet their obligations. I don't know if they could take that much time off.
The L to not get replaced by Chiz. You guys should thank me for that. I don't talk to Mercadurka that often. I don't really, like, I wouldn't say me and Mercadurka have, like, a friend-on-friend relationship. I mean, like, we've played Call of Duty together. We didn't get along in Call of Duty. I think we get more along now as we've both gotten older. You gotta understand, like, last time I played Call of Duty with Mercadurka, Modern Warfare fucking 2, that was, like, 10 years ago. How am I 50 plus? I'm about to turn 33. I'm not nowhere close to 50 plus. I don't know anything about Article 13. That's why I've been ignoring that question. I just wish I could find like a groove. Like, most people have a game they play. Like, they play Rainbow every time, every day. And I wish I could get in that groove. Because, like, I kind of like tonight's going to be a short stream, and it's like, I don't like doing these short streams because I feel like they're not very sincere, and people are actually here to have fun and not just ask me the same tired-ass questions. And I say tired-ass questions.
Well, then you need to play different games then. I'd already said that he needs to get into like a group or form a group and stream that way. But it just sounds like you need more variety, to be honest with you. And so I guess you could take a cue from the king of pork grinds himself, DSP, the high priest of snorts, and maybe you need to kind of expand your horizon on your games a little bit. That might be helpful.
Like, how much you selling a Mustang for? Actually, that bike is gone this weekend. I'm bald. Ugh.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about staying up all night.
Can we see Harriet? Yeah. Harriet! They want to talk to you.
Huh?
They want to talk to you.
Who?
Those people.
Wow.
What do you want to talk to about you? They're writing on the screen right here. Can you read it?
Yeah, said I like a snack. Show you a damn snack.
Don't say anything raunchy now.
Okay, are they playing with me or what? Really talking to me, Jordy?
Yeah, they're talking to you. Don't you see them saying your name?
The bad boys?
Some of them are bad boys. I mean, not all of them.
Is that your girl, they want to know? No, Jordy is my cousin. Kiss Jordy on the head. Oh my God.
Is it?
What did I say about fucking?
They say all kinds of shit.
Oh my God, man. Tell him I'm a good girl.
Harriet says she's a good girl. Harriet's not really an elderly woman. Caveat. She looks like it. Alright? She's actually like 48. Harriet's lived a rough life. Drugs. And like, the reason she's at my house right now is because like she was really underweight, and I'm trying to get her straightened back out. Hey, if I can't put weight on you, who can't, right? Alright guys, I feel like this is hitting a brick wall. I'm sorry for the hour stream night. I will see you guys later. Thanks everybody for coming out to the stream. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. Yeah, I'll catch you guys.
This is the...
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Not that this is funny, because it's not, but it seems like drug addiction is kind of like an ongoing thing in that house, or at least in that family to some degree. But that's nothing funny though, so let's just clarify that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you guys very much for coming out to the Wing Report. As you can see, the PKA talk is interesting. I have to give him that. It's nice. It was nice seeing him play Call of Duty again, and the chat wasn't boring. Really, it was. I mean, it was insightful. I guess, you know what I'm saying. If you're looking to learn something new, then it pays off. If this is just kind of like an everyday thing for you, it is what it is. But yeah, I guess there's nothing really much more to add to it. Ladies and gentlemen, the next broadcast of the Wings Report should go over the great chili spill of 2019. That shit was funny. Yeah, so that's what we're probably looking at with that. So that should be interesting either which way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you yet again for coming out to the Wings Report. I very much appreciate it. And I'll see you guys for the next broadcast. Holla at y'all later. Have a good day.